Marcel, Tottenham 2, Man United 2. Where did it all go wrong, bro?
We've been saying it for a little while in terms of Ten Hag's in-game management. He had a decision to make at half-time in terms of what direction does he want to go into. Does he want to shore up that midfield area, and get the legs, secured in terms of, Eriksen coming out the team, can't do all the pressing, can't chase midfielders, at that intensity level in terms of the offensive side and on the defensive side and in rest defence. Take him out the team, put Casemiro in there. That can shore up the team a bit more, protect us a bit more. But he put Scott McTominay for the goal element, and you can see why that worked to a degree, because there is an opportunity at the end of the game. Scott also has a shot, I think, in the second half that he drags wide when he could have passed to Garnacho. So you can see why Ten Hag makes that decision, and that could have derived or gone on to give us 3-2, 4-2. There was opportunities, but his in-game management, his decisions this season, we praised him last season for it. It was good in-game management and important decisions in important moments. But this season, right now, it's not. He's making consistently the wrong decisions. Bringing Scott McTominay into any top six, when we're playing against the top six, that's a big issue. I think that quality of football is not good enough. I think Bruno Fernandes against the top six consistently now hasn't been good enough. That's another thing that he needs to improve on if he wants to go to the next level. I think we've had a massive problem anyway. The fact that we had to play similar to how we played against Liverpool in terms of pragmatic, low block-esque, we still have a problem in the final third, creating consistent opportunities and controlling the tempo and the way that we play football. So it was a counter-attacking style. It was similar to Ole. It was similar to Ole-esque ball. It wasn't Ten Hag ball today, but we did get opportunities from the style of football that we're very much used to or best comfortable with, which is the counter-attack. We had fast players on either side of the wing. Rashford had about 1,000 1v1 opportunities. I'm over-exaggerating it, but he had about 5 or 6, 7 1v1 opportunities where he just continuously doesn't look for a pass to Garnacho, doesn't look for the pass to Højlund. When he does force it to Højlund, Højlund has to control the power of the pass and neatly give him the 1-2, and it kind of just falls into Rashi. So fast and dynamic that Rashi is, scores a fantastic goal. But Rashi's game overall today, massively wasteful on possession of the football. Decision making is absolutely, an amateurish. Garnacho, who's much younger than him, on the right hand side was fantastic in terms of final third end product. Or crosses. It wasn't fantastic because he doesn't create goals, but that was the crux of it. It's the players that Ten Hag put within the system weren't executing in the right moments. Because this game was a moments FC kind of game for us. We don't have the quality of footballers. Kobe wasn't able to grab hold of this game and control the tempo. Eriksen, as we mentioned, couldn't control and grab hold of the tempo, and Bruno was extremely wasteful with the football today. Yeah,
what did you make of the set pieces? Because early in the first half, we looked fragile. What did you make of that?
Facts, massive weakness. I mean, the first goal goes in from a set piece. Wan-Bissaka just doing nothing, not even block, just doing nothing to block the attempted cross. I mean, I think they crashed the crossbar in the second half from a crossing situation. But all these kind of situations where we're back to goal or we have to face our own goal, we're very nervy, It's an issue, the set pieces. But I think, hopefully, we can change that in the weeks coming.
Yeah. So looking on to kind of the team, the first 11, did you think that it was his strongest first 11? What tweaks would you have made in an ideal world? Like, hindsight's 2020, but what do you reckon he could have done better?
It is 2020. I think, this is not FIFA, so you can't instantly throw Martinez and Casemiro in straight away.
There's conditions to it, yeah.
They have to build up. It's here we go, 20 minutes here, 10 minutes there. And because you have that predicament, you still have to play your B team type players, because I know we respect the opponent, and they lost no James Maddison, no Sarr, no Son, no Basuma. 4 key players in their spine not available today, and you can see that's why the game had very little quality in it. I do think the game was very low quality, but we missed 2 key players in Casemiro and Martinez, starting players that we would be starting in our team. So, and then we have a poor form Rashford, which again, and then a starting left back. So the game was poor of quality, but it's part of the process. We could not lose this game. It was different to the game away from home, where the first 35, 40 minutes we dominated the opposition and we should have maybe got more in that spell. I'm just happy that Ten Hag has been able to show us that he can set up the team in a pragmatic way and still produce moments, and maybe look at it in a way and say we could have maybe got a result from this.
You mentioned process. Yeah, you mentioned process. I think the biggest question is, and I think a lot of United fans, even at home, they have an opinion on this. Do you think that Ten Hag is not going to see his fulfilled process? Do you think he's going to be given that time? Because it kind of feels that, potential managers out there are breathing down his neck.
I know I'm completely confident in his abilities. I think it's a no-brainer to keep him on to the end of the season. I wouldn't even be thinking about changing the manager until the end of next season. I wouldn't even put it.
So you'd give him another season?
Definitely. There's no question in my mind. I think he deserves more than another season. But I just, I think you have to look at it season by season. The target this season is top 4. And he's still on the way to achieving that. The season is a long, hard, old season. It's very difficult. And now we're going week by week. It's more time to train with the players, new players coming back into the team. I think he can definitely achieve that. Top 4 or top 5 this season, you can't criticise him or you wouldn't want him out if he achieves that.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Thanks, bro. Love.